making a run at it, aren't you? Rolling up a steak and going to Vegas.
Welcome to the #1 poker radio show in the world. This is the Mark Hoke Show.
The Mark Hoke Show.
1 full hour of poker news, entertainment, and lots of Sin City surprises. Now let's bring on the host. Here is Mark Hoke.
Boy, everything's running late today. How are we doing, everyone? We are live from the World Series of Poker. In case you can't tell, there's a lot of people flying around this afternoon. Not quite Colossus-ish, but it's a little nutsy kooky. And fortunately, these guys got down here before I did. What a disaster that was. Holy cow. Just a nightmare on I-95 South right before the split. I don't know why people drive stupid right in front of the I-95 split, but it appears that it is an epidemic. I wouldn't have been surprised if it was a California plate that helped shut down that, because I tell you what, you guys from Cali, and there were a lot of you here for the Colossus, could you please stop doing the 4-lane swings? If you don't mind. We'd really, 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 really appreciate it, okay? Well, we are here at the WSOP. We've got a ton of great action going on. Bracelets, all sorts of fun stuff. I've got two crazy guys sneaking here. Look at these guys. Look at them. Sandy's coming in here looking like a freaking bouncer. I'm Vin Diesel.
I'll take that as a
I will drive the car. I'll move over a little bit. But hey, in case you haven't noticed, they're from the PPC Poker Tour, and we have a great event going on over there. Next 2 days, some people are going to Aruba. And, of course, we're going to want to talk about that, too. It's going to be fun. Well, let's get Brian and Sandy in here. What's up, gentlemen?
Hey, how we doing?
I'm doing great.
How you doing? Long time no see.
Yeah, no doubt.
You sit on your lap.
No, you can't sit on my Here, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll pull this out, and you guys can just share. I get one of my own, you know. Are you going to play with that thing?
Hello, everybody.
Yeah, it's pretty cute. Brian, first, I want to ask you a question, because we had you call into the show the other day about the Colossus.
Yes.
Still, I can tell a lot of negative reaction about the payouts, but you gave some great discussion points about why you felt the way you felt, that it was okay. But now I'm going to give you the follow-up here. Are you ready?
All right, I'm ready.
On WSOP.com today, guess what's up on this website?
I'm going to guess payout structures?
Yes!
All right.
They're posted for all events.
That's beautiful. It's the only thing that I found weird about the whole thing was that they didn't have it available posted ahead of time, and that's okay by Nevada law, which I guess is, but it's just you're opening your nose to player complaints when if you put it there ahead of time, then it's definitely on the players to complain about it, but otherwise it's there, and they can't say they didn't know then.
Yeah. So kudos to WSOP for putting it up. Non-kudos for not doing it a little bit ahead of time.
Granted, putting together a structure, which we're going to have no matter what, but it had the smell of they put the structure together on the fly as they got close to the final number, just because nobody has structures going out to paying for 22,000 players, and 10% getting paid.
It's pretty nuts.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Sandy, what did you think of the whole thing?
I'm just so incredibly impressed at how well the event was run. As I've mentioned before, to have 26,000 players as operators that obviously haven't hit that level yet, and a lot of people haven't. It's just to go off with pretty much without a hitch, where you don't hear a lot of complaints on social media. I just think the SOP needs to be commended, and to put on an event that's been so great, to give so many players opportunity to get that World Series experience. My main thing is just hats off to them for running such a great event.
And let's take a look at that event. There's been a lot going on here over the last 24 hours at the World Series of Poker, including the champion was crowned in that event. Give me 1 second here. I thought I had these in order. Yep, there it is. A first-timer. Oh, I didn't get to do the finger point. A first-timer here at, I shouldn't, maybe not the World Series, but first-time cash Cord Garcia walks out with the title. His first World Series cash, first final table appearance, obviously first bracelet as well. Picks up the $683,000. Yeah, baby. We're taking sort of selfies. Ah, there we go.
And I mean, look at that picture of all his friends
great.
and rail, and I mean, I can't imagine that accomplishment moment in your life when you do something like that. So congrats to him.
Yeah. So Cord Garcia wins that. He ends up, and this is one of the really hilarious parts about this whole thing to me. Let me get the chip counts on that. By the way, he beats Bradley McFarland heads up when we were on the air on KSHP.com yesterday. That's where we stood. Garcia ends up. Where are the chip counts? Gosh darn it! It was a lot of chips. It was like 111 or some thousand chips, or a million chips that he had in front of him. By the time that was all over, that's pretty crazy. Let me see if it's. I know it was here. Darn it! Not there. I saw it a little while ago, but they must have pulled it. But anyway, congratulations to Cord Garcia, the winner of the biggest poker tournament of all time.
That's impressive.
I mean, it's like a lottery ticket.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, and he's going to be going home here in a couple of days, maybe.
Maybe not.
Maybe
I mean,
not.
he might have extended the trip for that.
He might stay for a while because he is out there on the circuit grinding away. But man, a couple of days you're going to be sitting around and thinking to yourself, my God, what did I just do? I mean, it's just got to blow your mind.
It's as players, as we're, Brian and I run this tour and we don't play as much, and even every time we get to play, everyone still has that dream, of winning a World Series of Poker bracelet. I don't care who you are, or why. That's one of the reasons you play, is to at least play one of these SOP events. And I'll tell you one thing, he could have picked a better one to do.
Well, one, but
yeah, well, maybe one or
Just
two,
one, yeah.
maybe one or two other ones would have been nice, but still, I mean, that's just a fantastic accomplishment, and we want to give our congratulations to Cord Garcia for winning that tournament. Some other bracelets went out yesterday as well. Paul Michaelis out of Wiku, Germany, wins event number 8, the $1,500 pot limit hold'em event. Denies Tom Marchese and Jesse Cohen, Marchese finished second. David Eldridge, that's got to be wrong. David Eldridge finished third. Jesse Cohen finishing fourth. So Michaelis had a tough little group to get through to win that thing.
Yeah.
That would not be easy, but $1,500 win there. And he takes home, I'll tell you 1 second, $189,818.
That's some nice pocket change.
Not bad. So congratulations to him. We will go to the Raz tournament. That one also wraps up. $1,500 Raz. Max Pescatore! Hey, Italia! Picks up another World Series of Poker bracelet for him. Congratulations as he knocks off Ryan Miller. Heads up on that one. Chris George finishing third. Matthew Smith in fourth. Elia Lesra finishing fifth. Sarah, I love you.
Great interview the other day with Lizzie.
With Lizzie, we appreciate it.
Yes.
Yeah.
The world just stops
Shameless
when Sarah walks by. I still got to get used to calling her the new last name. It's Sarah Grant. Formerly.
Oh, okay.
Formerly Sarah Grant. Yeah, I'll have to dig that one up. But Randy Cass finishing sixth, Robin Lee in seventh, Matthew Mendez in eighth, and Cindy Violette finishing ninth on that. Took a little time away from the restaurant and hits a ninth place finish in the World Series, so good for her. Event number 10 actually just wrapped up a little while ago. You guys were watching that one as Paul Volpe comes up one spot short of winning another World Series of Poker bracelet.
Yeah, pretty cool experience watching Brian and I got to watch our first final table live and watch someone win a bracelet and go through that experience. That was pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, and that, of course, won by Keith Lair, comes through and picks up that bracelet. And you guys were in there, so tell us a little bit about the atmosphere, what it was like.
It was neat. I mean, it's they do a tremendous job with the setup of the staging and everything, and then the they're announcing each hand as it goes. The announcer, she was doing a wonderful job, and then basically what it boiled down to, I think they were on the second level of heads up, and Jonathan had who's Jonathan, right? Yeah, about a 2-to-1 chip lead.
Yeah, 5.6 to 2.4.
Yep.
20K, 40K blinds.
And then he went ahead and they limped pre, and then the flop came out 3-6 queen rainbow. There was a bet by both of them, a bet call. The turn brought a 7, and Jonathan shoved, And, Paul tanked for a minute and then called with bottom 2. And the river came in 8 for giving them Paul the elimination and Jonathan the bracelet there. And it was pretty wild to see. Actually, what's funny is when they got it all and they flipped over the cards, I thought he was going to get counterfeited with a 7. It just something felt like he was definitely going to lose.
Well,
there.
it smelled like a 7.
It did.
The reek of a 7 and an 8 is very
They
similar.
were out there, and Keith apparently he's been I guess he's a long time Vegas pro since we looked up his Hendon mob, and he's been cashes at the Bellagio since back in 2002. So congrats to him as well.
Yeah, and to me this is one of the most prestigious bracelets here at the World Series is that 10K.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, if there was an event other than the main event that I'd love to play, that's the one. I would love to get into that thing. I mean, it's just such a great atmosphere. You have the top players in the world going mano a mano on that. I mean, it's amazing.
143 of the top players in the world. There's no easy rounds in that thing.
No, and congrats to D. Tiller, who made the Final Four in that. The big Texan cowboy, the oil magnate getting through. Good for him. So, but congratulations to Keith Lair taking down the Heads Up tournament yesterday. Way to go.
Can I do a shameless PPC plug outside of the results?
You may.
Okay. Our featured pro, Ronnie Barta, and PPC Aruba featured pro Ronnie Barta, bracelet winner as well in 2012, pretty sure, in Limit Hold'em. He got third in the Goliath tournament for 75K the other night.
That's
so
not bad.
congrats to Ronnie, and obviously a great start to your to his Vegas trip, to say the least.
Yeah, you betcha. We are also, let's see, event 11 is going on. They're down to, actually, let me refresh this real quick.
I think they're in the cash now.
Just in case that has updated. Still listed at 28 players remaining, but of course we slide down and it's actually at 26. Kevin Song trying to bring home this title. He's at 425,000. Daniel Ju in second at 352. Shannon Shore at the top of the list. Boy, that's a guy that I don't want to mess with. Shannon is incredible. He is at 311. Wook Kim at 289. Russ Salzer at 229. Nicholas Aborisk at, that's got to be pronounced much better because it's an Irish name.
It's almost as bad as Schwartzpa.
Yeah. No, nothing's as bad. Well, no, Szymanski is the worst one I've still ever had to deal with.
All right.
Yeah, there's like Z's and Y's all over the
I'll
place
keep mine.
on that one. William Kakon is in 7th. Jay Helford in 8th. Adam Duguay in 9th. Some other nobles in there. Brandon Cantu hanging around in there in 14th. David Chu is in there looking for another World Series bracelet. That would be number 7 if I'm correct, if he could pull this one out. Wow. James Seaver's in there. Let's see who else we have. Those are all your notables in event number 11. So pretty exciting tournament going on there with sort of. It's a limit. But, it is what it is. That's all right. Event number 12, another exciting event, the $1,500 No Limit Hold'em 6-handed tournament. And look us up there again, Brian Campanello, who pulled one out. He was part of Team Run Good a couple years ago, and was probably the youngest one in the group. And then all of a sudden, bam, puts one on the wrist. He's at it again in day one of this
Run Good. I think it's Tana's birthday today. As a matter of fact.
Yeah, happy
birthday, Tana.
Campanello leading the way right now, 213,800. Idan Raviv out of Israel at 213,300. David Nowling in third. Some of the notables in there at the top of the board right now: Galen Hall, Mike Watson. Running down the list here. See who else we got.
Kurt Jewell.
Kurt Jewell. Yep. Zoe Kareem. Steve Bilarakis hanging around in there. David Benjamin. Will Gibbons in the field there. Good friend of mine, Mike DeVecchio. There we go.
Yeah, I think Kurt Jewell has does he have 5 or 6 circuit rings?
He's got a few.
Yeah.
He was part of the first PPC Aruba. Came down for that.
There you go. Let's get him down there again.
Exactly.
We told him to come.
Yep.
Trevor Pope. Trevor Pope also in there as well in event number 12. Event number 13, that one just getting underway a little while yesterday. The $2,500 Omaha 7-card stud high-low 8 or better.
That's the one Savage has been tweeting about.
Lane Flack leading the pack.
Wow.
He's got a big stack. He's going to be hard to crack. And he might go back-to-back.
Don't be whack.
Well, thanks for joining our show today.
Hey, cut him some slack. Flack
Walked into that one.
Flack leading the way, 72,100.
Give him some slack.
Okay. I had the perfect ending to that.
I had to go all
You had
airplane
to
on
keep
you.
going.
Yep.
Oh, my God. Hani Awad in second right now, 62,400. John Huang at 55.6. Yehuda Buckhalter at 51.8. Jose Severino at 50,600. Other notables, Maria Ho in 9th. Of course, she just joined the Poker Night in America Poker Tour show. They've got a new show they're doing.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
So she left Heartland and off she went.
Heartland for years.
Yeah, so, but now she's focused on trying to win a World Series bracelet.
So she's not in Kansas anymore.
No. Scott Clements is listed in 11th right now. Ben Yu, the professor, at 17th. Oh, he's back. The Prince of Darkness.
Satan himself?
No, I've met the Prince of Darkness. It is actually not Satan, but I love it. That's how he's listed up there.
It says Satan.
I could picture Satan from South Park.
Could you imagine if Satan actually showed up for a poker tournament? I mean, what do you do to the guy?
Well,
Talk about a soul read.
Yeah,
he's probably got a very good table presence.
I would think so.
You will vote. Die at the hands of Satan.
I have a few friends that'll be paying you a visit if you win this hand. Yeah, not good. But the Prince of Darkness is in there. Alex Roca up there. Who else we got? Taylor Parr still in the field. John Gaspard. Dan Highmiller has been having a great year.
Oh, my God, he's been on fire this year.
Oh, he's been amazing. Norman Chad.
No.
He's got a few Chipper Rippers.
He'll lose all those.
I got to tell him to use that. I've never said that before. Chipper Rippers.
Chipper Rippers.
Chipper Rippers.
Let's never say it again.
I'm not going to.
Barry Schulman, Todd Brunson, Anthony Zeno, also among the top players in event number 13. A couple ones just getting started today. Event number 14, the $1,500 No Limit Hold'em Shootout. Joe Payne is in the house, by the way.
Oh, nice.
In there,
There you go.
co-host, trying to maybe finally live that dream. But yeah, kind of hard to say where everything is right now.
One of our PPC boys, a longtime supporter and part of our crew of advisors, Chris Bolick. He's at a very tough table. He's got Faraz Jaka and a few other notable hunters out there that he's battling for this to take his day 2 position, but he's chipping along.
Yeah, and Chris won one of the Seminole Hard Rocks, if I remember.
Yes, he did.
Yeah,
Yes.
so one of the Seminole Hard Rock events.
And he won a.
Yeah, he won. He won an X. I think he won. He ended up winning close to $800K in about a month.
Yeah.
So he got a second. He got a WPT second, and then he won the Hard Rock event. So
And he won WSOP ring in the
at the Kennel Club.
He's a bad man.
Yeah, he is.
Hanging in there. Right now, just listing Jeffrey Griffiths at the top of the chart. But of course, it's a shootout, so don't even know. I think it's like most of these guys started at 75. So these results up here are completely worthless at this point.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
But the tournament's going on.
When we're listed as well, that shows you how.
Yeah, there you go. Wow, you're doing pretty well.
Yeah,
You're
we're,
out
good,
here.
we're just getting blinded. No big
Very
deal.
tight.
Also coming up today, start of the 10K Pot Limit Hold'em Championship event.
That's the one you're backing us into, right?
You funny guys. Wow.
We got to get all the bad jokes out early on this trip.
That's okay.
Yeah. Do you have any other guests that are as jokey as us two jokesters?
How about Gavin Smith?
Oh well, yeah.
Okay.
When Gavin's
He
here, it's
wins.
over.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
That's pretty much game over. And
And
Raymond
there's, usually,
Davis,
and
too.
there's booze at the table usually, isn't
Usually.
there? Okay.
Yeah. But the 10K Pot Limit Hold'em Championship getting underway here later on this afternoon. When we come back, now we got all the news out of the way.
Oh yeah.
There's more controversy at the World Series of Poker. We'll talk about it when we return. So stick around, everybody. We'll be right back. Sandy Swartzbar, Brian Olton from the PPC Poker Tour. Don't forget Golden Nugget, 5 p.m. Get over there.
175 satellite, 4K pack guaranteed. Today at 5, tomorrow at 5.
Which you'll hear in the commercial spot. I didn't get to even send you the commercial spot we did for it.
Oh, nice. Can't wait.
So you'll hear it.
Oh, and it's the guy with the voice.
No, I got somebody different.
Oh, I love the guy with the
But I'll get him for you. I'll get him for you. We were on short notice on that. But stick around, everybody. We will be right back here on the Mark Hoke Show as soon as I get that up there. Here we go. Stick around. We'll be right back.
I'm here with two-time WSOP bracelet winner Rep Porter. Rep, you just launched a new poker training site, thepokeracademy.com. What's one tip you can give to players that will immediately improve their game?
I would say that if you're not currently using your chips as weapons to win other chips, you need to start doing that. One great way to do that is to raise more frequently pre-flop when it's folded to you and the cutoff are on the button. You should be opening with 40 to 70% of your hands depending on the tournament situation. You'll find that you win the blinds and antes pre-flop at a very high rate. And even if one of your opponents calls you, you'll still have chances to win the spot. Sometimes you'll make a hand and other times you'll be able to win the spot with a simple continuation bet.
That's a great tip for you from Rep Porter at thepokeracademy.com. It's a completely different kind of training site. Thepokeracademy.com offers a no-limit tournament course that gives you a comprehensive strategy from the beginning through all the stages of tournament play. Use the link, thepokeracademy.com/mark, to get a free 166-page course guide when you buy the course. That's thepokeracademy.com/mark.
PokerShop.com is your one-stop shop for all your poker and game room needs. PokerShop.com has you covered with an incredible variety of poker chips and supplies, top quality playing cards, plus gaming tables and room accessories, just like you'd find in your favorite casino. And if you're looking to spruce up your man cave, we offer a wide selection of decor options, from lighting to mirrors and portable bars to bump stools, to make your game room the one all your friends and family will be talking about. So for everything you need to make your game night a great night, go to www.pokershop.com and receive 10% off your purchase with the code HOKE, H-O-K-E. You supply your friends, we supply everything else. Live it, love it, pokershop.com. There's nothing better than sitting down to play poker with good friends and cutting loose. And that's what you're going to find when you tune in to Poker Night in America. Poker Night in America is revolutionizing televised poker in a big way, with all the action you love and the hilarious fun you've been missing. Come take a seat at the table with all your favorite players, old and new, with Poker Night in America. Mondays, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific on CBS Sports Network. And don't forget to visit the show online at PokerNight.com. So pull up a chair and join us Mondays on Poker Night in America.
Join us for the PPC Poker Tour stop right here in Las Vegas at the Golden Nugget for the PPC Golden Nugget Aruba Satellites, June 4th and 5th. Event starts both nights at 5 p.m. with a $175 buy-in and a guaranteed $4,000 PPC Aruba World Championship package up for grabs both nights. So come on out for the PPC Poker Tour at the Golden Nugget Las Vegas, June 4th and 5th, and check out the PPC Poker Tour stops at ppcpokertour.com. See you at the Golden Nugget for the PPC Poker Tour.
Only a donkey would call my pre-flop bet with a deuce tray.
Hey, deuce tray is my lucky hand, and besides, they were suited. Man, I played that hand great.
That was a real share my pair hand.
Share My Pair, the best way to share your poker stories with friends, for free. Available from the iTunes App Store and Google Play. Download the app now.
Heads up, everyone. It's time for the ABC Chinese Poker App Tip of the Day.
Always double check for 5s and 10s before you set your hand. A 5 or a 10 is needed to complete every possible straight, so make sure you aren't shutting yourself out by misplacing those key cards at the start of the hand. Leaving the door open to as many hand possibilities as you can will lead to big points and lots of winning sessions.
Want to get in on the Chinese poker action with over 1 million games played every week? Download the ABC Chinese Poker app on your iPhone or iPad today. From Vegas to Miami and all over the world, it's the #1 Chinese poker app, ABC Chinese Poker.
Want more of The Mark Hoke Show? Then follow us on Twitter at Mark Hoke Show and like our Facebook page at The Mark Hoke Show for show news and outstanding poker content from around the world. Plus, enjoy the show anytime by subscribing to our podcasts on iTunes or at markhokeshow.podbean.com. We're even on your mobile phone at markhokeshow.podbean.com/mobile. Thanks for listening and being a part of The Mark Hoke Show.
Now, let's return to the Mark Hoke Show.
The Mark Hoke Show.
Here again, your
Mark Hoke Show.
host, Mark Hoke.
Didn't mute that mic, did you?
Mark Hoke Show.
Yeah, there you go.
It's just fun. I love Lamp.
Sandy Swartzball, Brian Olton from the PPC Poker Tour joining us. Here, I'll cut off a little of my head for you, Brian. See if you get in there. There we go.
Let's get nice and cozy. This is so much better. Very warm in here. Got two nice burly men around.
We're very burly.
PPC
right.
beard on Brian. His beard's coming in nicely.
Yeah, what's
Beard or hashtag no beard?
hashtag?
Oh, it's sexy.
It looks really good on camera.
Oh, yeah. Live,
Not so much live, but on camera, it looks pretty solid. I'll give you points on that. But of course,
you can grow a beard.
Oh, see, mine gets all gray.
I have to shave every day, but it's just, summer beard. No one cares.
No.
Good
Probably
talk.
so. Of course, so we're live here at the World Series of Poker, and after we wrap up the show, we're all going to be headed over to the Golden Nugget for the PPC event coming up, so come on out and play. And apparently it's going to be a long, drawn-out battle to go to Aruba tonight.
Yes.
Yeah,
From what I've heard.
The blind structures are very player-friendly.
Very player-friendly.
Yes. And
So-
the Mark Hoke Show will be live reporting, so you'll get to see him for hours on end.
For a 175 buy-in, I don't think any player could ever complain about this structure.
You got the payout. You have the payout structures ready?
Yes.
You got the charts up?
Yes, for every $4,000, there's a seat to Aruba. For anything left over, it goes to the next spot.
There you go.
There you go. Real clear.
Real simple. All right, so come on over and join us over there. And now don't get mad, guys, because I'm going to cover up your faces here for
that's fine.
just a minute or two, if you don't
about
mind.
time.
Because, as of course, we want to thank all the great sponsors of the show that have been out here backing us up. We certainly do appreciate it. Of course, here we go. See, we'll put that right over Sandy.
Yeah, I like that. It looks just like me. So nice, same hair and everything.
Earl will peek his head over. We could do that too. In fact, I like that
Like
look.
a deli counter.
But of course, we're here at the World Series doing broadcasts various times, mostly at 2 p.m. But we're also sneaking some evening shows in. Join us on MarkHokeShow.com, thePokerAcademy.com. If you go to thePokerAcademy.com/Mark, you can sign up for those courses with Rep Porter, who just already has a final table at the World Series. And if you go to that site, thePokerAcademy.com/Mark, you get a free 166-page course guide to go along with it. So make sure you check it out and learn from the best, PokerAcademy.com. We also have our good friends, ABC Chinese Poker, the #1 Chinese poker app. You can download that puppy for your phone, on your iPhone, I should say, and iPad. Anything with an I in front of it, not an A. Just
Excellent
an I.
traveling tool for sure.
Oh, it's something else. So download it and have a great time playing Chinese poker with ABC Chinese Poker. Good friends at BlueRail.net. They build websites. Bob Lusk is the man. There's no question about it. If you want to get the best custom-built website you can find, just go to BlueRail.net. Get in touch with Bob. He is going to take care of you like he has taken care of us for so long. We do appreciate all that he's done for us. He is the best, and you can get on with him too. So how far do you want to go? BlueRail.net. Look at this. This is everywhere. The PPC Poker Tour, of course. Hey, there's not just that event at the Golden Nugget. They are all over the place across this great land of ours. And if you want to play some fun poker and enjoy yourself, and wait, I got to stop because Sarah Grant's here. I'll start saying your new last name someday, I promise.
I mean, I think the count between stops and satellites came to about 17 more stops before our Aruba World Championship in November.
Yeah, there's a lot going on here.
We're going to be some very busy, tired people.
Yeah, so make sure you guys check out the PPC Poker Tour at ppcpokertour.com. We also have our good friends at pokershop.com. I didn't have time to get the case out. We're giving away a few thousand chip cases here. As soon as I figure out how to do it. 3 cases.
Oh, 3 cases.
1,000 chips.
Yeah. Nice.
But if anything you need for your poker supplies, go to pokershop.com, 10% off with the code HOKE. Nevada Poker League. Now, this is one we can throw right over Sandy's head. This will be great.
Oh, that's
Let's slide that up right there. Free poker wherever you want here in Las Vegas. We've got 20 different locations, cash and prizes all for you, including they're giving away a seat to one of those big events in a certain building where we might be. So check it out today. Go to NevadaPokerLeague.com and join in the fun. Share my pair.
You might want to lower that then.
There you go.
The pair.
Yeah, there you go. We're having fun with this. Make sure you guys download Share My Pair to your phone. Why tell the story a million times when you can do it once? Create a convenient hand video you can share on social media with everybody so you don't have to answer the phone. What happened? What happened? Here, boom, done. Check it out and download that at Share My Pair. We've also got patches over here, too. You can tweet with picture with the Share My Pair patch. And win a Daniel Grinder book. The Grindettes, make sure you follow Katie Stone, Katie Dozier, Jen Shahade, and Jamie Kerstetter. Grindettes.com, the Grindettes on Facebook, and Grindettes
Heart
on
big like
Twitter.
mine. I like that logo. That's very nice.
Yeah, that's very nice. Of course, featured on our show every week on KSHP. Poker Night in America, 10 p.m. on Monday nights on CBS Sports Network. Join in for all the fun of televised poker at its finest at Poker Night in America. And, of course, you want to go on the website, pokernight.com. Say hi to Chris Hansen and the team. I'm sure they'd certainly appreciate it. Tune on in to Poker Night in America. And, of course, don't forget you can catch us on KSHP 1400 on Wednesdays at 5 p.m. Pacific, just like we had Maury Escandani on yesterday.
Yeah.
Pretty good show. We'll have that podcast up as soon as I make sure it's in my folder. We'll post that for you. Of course, listen on kshp.com around the world, and, of course, Facebook, The Mark Hoke Show, and Twitter, The Mark Hoke Show. So there you go. That takes care of all that. Did you enjoy being gone there? He's back.
Fun.
It was kind of like a magic trick. We cut him in pieces. All right, now.
Tiny cranium on film.
Well, he's kind of back.
Well, no, it's that it's an illusion. I'm actually standing up on the table.
It's kind of a Vern Troyer.
So small.
It's a Vern Troyer look.
Yeah,
Don't you think?
Do that to my head.
So bad. Anyway,
I do look a little slimmer on camera. I'm kind of liking this.
I'm stunned, actually.
Yeah, I know. It's like that good mirror that you want to have in your house, but it tricks you. I'm in.
My forearms look like meat hooks.
Yeah. Very burly men around me.
Yeah, what can I say? Now, World Series controversy number 2.
Number 2.
Dun, dun, dun.
As you know this year, and I was very excited about this. I was. The Global Poker Index had taken over doing the Player of the Year standings here for this year's World Series.
Okay.
So they have their little tried and true formula that, trying to find the best player in the world year round, and of course in regions and states and all sorts of stuff. Great system. Alex Dreyfus has been nothing but a fantastic innovator for poker. People are kind of flipping out after the first GPI standings, Player of the Year standings have been released. You guys ready for this? There's the ace, by the way.
I'm in first.
Well, this was, I believe, released this morning, if I'm correct. Byron Kaverman is leading the World Series of Poker Player of the Year race.
Who's that?
How many caches does Byron have?
He has 2 caches.
Okay.
9th place out of 143 in the Heads Up Championship.
Okay.
For $26,490. And 9th place out of 422 in event number 2, which was the $5,000 No Limit Hold'em tournament.
Okay. And he's in first?
He is leading the Player of the Year race right now with 2 9th place finishes.
Does he mainly play EPT events?
They don't count him
I
here,
know that.
silly rabbit. Barry Hutter is second, and I didn't even know Barry has a 9th place finish in the 10K in the heads up.
Yeah.
And 14th in the 5K event number 2. He is in second.
Okay.
They have,
let's roll down to fifth to try to get an idea, or actually go one by one. Why not?
Next one here. This is your highest bracelet winner, 3rd, Michael Wang, who won event number 2, the 5K No Limit Hold'em, and he also cashed 848th in the Colossus. Wang is in 3rd, and just by the way, the points. Kaverman's at 575.
He had 8th in the Colossus, and he had a bracelet.
He finished 848th.
Oh, 848th. I only had the 8 part.
Yeah. So Wang is up there. Greg Merson is in 4th right now. He had let's see, the top was a 4th place in event 2. Yeah.
Okay. The 2 top are 10Ks and 5K buy-ins.
Yeah, you're noticing a trend. Are you noticing a trend?
Yes.
So 2 of the and Tuan Lee, of course, won
back-to-back.
Won his bracelet in the 10K Deuce to 7 triple draw low ball event.
That was. I'm sure you already talked about
Oh,
it.
amazing,
That's
amazing!
incredible.
Winning the same event back-to-back years.
Nuts.
Yeah, it's insane.
But some people are obviously up in arms because the top 2 guys
Do they have-
barely even made a final table in this World Series so far, and a lot of people on Twitter are kind of flipping out like, how did that happen?
It is interesting. I mean, do they have it published anywhere what the parameters are?
I'd have to dig for that. Let me see if that's.
I assume they have the probably very in-depth equation that calculates these numbers.
Yeah.
Obviously, we have a Player of the Year, so
we use logarithms and.
Yeah, not seeing it up there, but
okay. Interesting.
I'm sure it's around. I'm sure it's around somewhere.
You know,
it's
it's rewarding the larger buy-in player right off the bat based on the amount of the buy-in comparatively to a 565.
Ori Hen is here, by the way. The man who runs Florida.
Does he run Florida?
He runs Florida just
We're
about.
Florida guys.
Yeah, Ori, you got to get Ori to some of your events. He'll win them.
Shoot.
He'll win them. That's what he
we're
does.
the Pompano bosses. Aren't we the Pompano bosses?
Yeah.
Well, Ronnie Bart is the Brockton boss, so we're the Pompano bosses, which isn't very has no credibility.
No credibility whatsoever. Yeah, that's all right. But let me ask you guys both, because you obviously, as you said, you have a setup for your formulas for your Player of the Year race. Are you kind of surprised that at this point that someone who has not won a tournament and only has 2 cashes is at the top of the Player of the Year standings right now?
I mean, to be honest, yeah, it's a case of, and especially with the field sizes. I mean, he was 9th in 143 players, which is the heads up. It's a 10K.
And what was the prize pool in that? How many players?
143 players. So.
And then what was the other one he was?
9th out of 422 in the 5K.
Okay. I mean, those are, obviously big buy-ins, not nearly the bigger fields in the series, and obviously I wonder if there's, because it almost seems like with the bigger buy-in, then there's a component of difficulty based upon the level of players that are going into it versus like a Colossus where there's a lot of amateurs coming and playing in a 565. I don't know.
How much does our prize pool size?
It's all based off of a logarithm, and that is published on our website.
Yeah.
That has, but it can break it down and it'll tell you exactly. You punch in how many places get paid, and how many people in the tournament, and what the buy-in is, and you can just put it right into Excel, and it'll tell you exactly how many points you're going to get based upon finishing what spot in the money. So I don't know. I think I'm a massive proponent of transparency. Just put stuff out there so people can see it. Who cares if it's, if you've got some system that's so amazing that you can't publish it for fear of other people copying it and using it. It's a credit if people are using your formula for something else. Ours is we got ours from a room, and then tweaked it a little bit, but basically it was just a case of we found a good system that seemed to work, and it's just transparency. It's easier that way.
What because we're a little late getting in on this. What are some of the posts you've seen that have really stood out that caught your eye?
There was one. I'd have to see if I still have it up here, but I think unfortunately it looks like I pulled it down. But I know Tristan Wade basically said that's ridiculous.
Okay.
I mean, a few of the pros are already chiming in that they're in shock that this formula has changed so much because obviously having been here the past few years and following that race pretty tightly, usually someone with a bracelet, the guys, especially early on, the guys that won bracelets are pretty much at the top unless somebody's double cashed or triple cashed to start this thing off. And obviously Byron has double cashed, and don't want to say anything bad about Byron. He's a terrific player, but boy, that just doesn't. 2 9ths. That just doesn't seem. That doesn't seem right.
Plug in Keith Lore's recent win, or is that from last night?
This I think
because that might have popped him up.
That'll probably pop him up tomorrow. I think they posted it this morning.
Okay.
No, that makes sense.
So I don't even know. I didn't see the Colossus in there either. But let me.
Volpe's cash. What his?
Yeah, that won't be up there. That won't be up there. For
and then the other factor is like and that's what I like in putting things up there as well is what it's through. And just so people.
James Woods is up there in 7-2.
Yeah,
he said.
And he's had 2 deep runs.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I'm not seeing Cord's name up there. Boy, but I will say this: when that is incorporated in here, because I would imagine it's probably going to go up tomorrow unless they decide. I mean, I hope they didn't decide to disqualify it from the Player of the Year race. Oh boy, where does that balance out? Beating 22,000 players in a 565 as opposed to winning a 10K event with 100 and some people in it.
What was the prize pool in the Colossus? 11
million
plus. Yeah.
That should have some pretty big weight.
I mean, you got to survive so many people. I mean, in reality, in that 143 player, heads up tournament, what did he have to do? Win potentially 9 matches to win the championship?
Oh, it wasn't even that. I think it was like 6.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 6, 7, 8, something like that.
2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128. So, okay, yeah, it would be. I don't think he was in the first round, so yeah, it would be 8 matches.
Yeah, and I mean, whereas in the Colossus, I mean, or any of the multi-table ones, you're going through, 10 players at a time, or 9 players at a time. The Colossus, 10 players at a time, and to get through, and it's just, the minefield is that much, bigger.
Yeah, the old mine quad.
Yeah, so I obviously I think this is going to be an interesting source of discussion here. Something new, always a little different, always causing
And it's
chitter
early.
chatter.
It is early, but still, I'd like to sort through it myself
And the old
take a look. I like. It's always nice to speak intelligently about something, but a lot of we definitely don't pull off the social media react. But I definitely like to look at it more because it looks a little odd now.
Yeah, it does something.
And that's the whole thing is like when we were talking on the show the other night and we were saying about putting out certain information. There are certain bits of information you do need to put out, and then people can be their arguments are quelled.
Right.
They're going to they might still complain about something. They might not like how something's set up, but at least it's there. And then they've got some information on it, and those types of things, pay scales, formulas. Those types of things can go a long way in quieting concerns of people who may think shenanigans are at hand. Shenanigans.
And hijinks. Don't forget those
Oh,
hijinks.
no.
Too.
Always
They're very
hijinks.
important. Yeah, so this will be very interesting to see how this plays out as the series goes on and more of these results get incorporated in. But it's looking like it's going to be a story to watch if this is an early indicator of how it's going to play out. So.
But they also say if they're talking about you, it's good.
Maybe.
Yep. I think they've got enough tournaments going on that they don't have to worry about people talking about them.
Yeah, they're going to be busy here. All right, I'll tell you what we're doing, guys. We're going to take one more break, and we'll come back and wrap this show up because obviously we've all got to get over to the Golden Nugget at some point.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we have to actually put on a tie and a suit and
just a tie
and jump around.
By the way, this guy wears
Get down.
14 different sizes. I felt like I was doing a fashion shoot with him.
It happens.
It's the final table of the main event. Hey, Mark, can you take a picture of me in my new suit?
Well, representing our great sponsors, of course, including yourself.
Yeah.
But as my grandfather taught me, you only get one chance to make a first impression. So, R.I.P. Granddad.
And based off of the size, the Penny's Boys department has great deals on suits.
My license says 5'7", but who knows? I mean, it's like running the 40-yard dash. You just don't do it. Past,
Yeah.
30, 20.
Don't. Yeah, just make them guess.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Just make
Who
them
really
assume you're
knows?
right. All right, let's take one more break, and we'll be right back here on the Mark Hoke Show. We're going to wrap it up here with Sandy Swartzbaugh, Brian Olden from the PPC Poker Tour. So stick around, everybody, and we will be right back.
Hang in there.
Join us for the PPC Poker Tour stop right here in Las Vegas at the Golden Nugget for the PPC Golden Nugget Aruba Satellites, June 4th and 5th. Event starts both nights at 5 p.m. with a $175 buy-in and a guaranteed $4,000 PPC Aruba World Championship package up for grabs both nights. So come on out for the PPC Poker Tour at the Golden Nugget Las Vegas, June 4th and 5th, and check out the PPC Poker Tour stops at ppcpokertour.com. See you at the Golden Nugget for the PPC Poker Tour.
Nevada poker players, it's time to get in the game with the Nevada Poker League. Play for free to win cash at every location, plus you also can win poker cruises and even a $10,000 World Series of Poker main event seat. It's a great way to play poker at no risk, make new friends, and build up your poker bankroll. The Nevada Poker League is never closed and is running games 7 days a week at a location near you. So what are you waiting for? Visit the NevadaPokerLeague.com right now for all the info. Don't wait. Play poker for free and cash in today with your friends at the Nevada Poker League.
PokerShop.com is your one-stop shop for all your poker and game room needs. PokerShop.com has you covered with an incredible variety of poker chips and supplies, top-quality playing cards, plus gaming tables and room accessories, just like you'd find in your favorite casino. And if you're looking to spruce up your man cave, we offer a wide selection of decor options, from lighting to mirrors and portable bars to bub stools, to make your game room the one all your friends and family will be talking about. So for everything you need to make your game night a great night, go to www.pokershop.com and receive 10% off your purchase with the code HOKE, H-O-K-E. You supply your friends, we supply everything else. Live it, love it. PokerShop.com. There's nothing better than sitting down to play poker with good friends and cutting loose. And that's what you're going to find when you tune in to Poker Night in America. Poker Night in America is revolutionizing televised poker in a big way, with all the action you love and the hilarious fun you've been missing. Come take a seat at the table with all your favorite players, old and new, with Poker Night in America. Mondays, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific on CBS Sports Network. And don't forget to visit the show online at pokernight.com. So pull up a chair and join us Mondays on Poker Night in America.
Poker players, do you suffer from the Dunning-Kruger effect? That's the mental quirk of thinking you're better at something than you really are. So what's the quickest way to improve your game? How about over 25 hours of training with a 2-time WSOP bracelet winner? That's what you'll get at thepokeracademy.com. It's a completely different kind of training site. It's the only training site that starts at the beginning and explains everything you need to know to become a world-class tournament player. Use the link thepokeracademy.com/mark to get a free 164-page course guide when you sign up. That's thepokeracademy.com/mark.
Your business and promotion will only go as far as your website will take you. That's why the Mark Hoke Show has only trusted one name for over 2 years, BlueRail.net. Whether you need custom website design and development packages or simply need a host for your website, Blue Rail is the only developer to turn to. It's time to discover the world-class personalized service only the Blue Rail team can provide. Visit us at BlueRail.net and call 520-822-5128 right now for your free consultation today. So get on board at BlueRail.net. How far do you want to go?
Want more of The Mark Hoke Show? Then follow us on Twitter at Mark Hoke Show and like our Facebook page at The Mark Hoke Show for show news and outstanding poker content from around the world. Plus, enjoy the show anytime by subscribing to our podcasts on iTunes or at markhokeshow.podbean.com. We're even on your mobile phone at markhokeshow.podbean.com/mobile. Thanks for listening and being a part of The Mark Hoke Show.
This is the Mark Hoke Show.
The Mark Hoke Show.
Here again, your host, Mark Hoke.
And we are back. Last segment of the show before it's off to the Nugget with us. It's got a switch on.
We like the Golden Nugget. We got to enjoy the pool today.
Here, I got to try something. Put that side by side.
It's my long-lost brother. I found him.
It's Mike.
Yeah, I know. No, we enjoyed the Nugget. Got to go in the pool. Brian and I got our first scare where we went on the slide through the Shark Tank.
Oh, dear God.
And it won. Fast. It's fast. You lose control and you get slightly scared like a roller coaster.
I did that down in Atlantis when we went down for the PCA.
That one's good. Yeah, I like
good.
that one. This one loop the loops,
Yeah.
and you just get going.
You're just not ready for it.
Yeah, it just takes off, and like Earth, I'm just like, whoosh. I thought I was going to go through the sidewall, man. That thing was probably shaking from
I
the
think
outside.
a lot of people probably think you were going to go through the sidewalk.
Yeah, I know. 260 pounds of love, baby.
When he came through all the fish, the sharks just split. Good times.
Oh, man, we don't want that.
Yeah, it happens.
All right. Well, coming up at the World Series, of course, many more events to come here over this weekend. Of course, we've got to brace ourselves around here because, and I'll say this again, and I feel like I'm maybe beating a dead horse a little bit, but 2 years ago, this was the preliminary event of all preliminary events, the Millionaire Maker.
Yeah, it was huge.
Which was, it was the bomb.
Yeah.
Then the Monster Stack last year blew it out of the water.
Yep.
It was still very successful, but the Monster Stack blew it out of the water. Now we have the Colossus, so the Millionaire Maker is kind of like,
I don't know.
it's
I
all
mean,
right.
the LBSOP keeps you guessing.
Well, of course, winner guaranteed $1 million on a $1,500 buy-in on that, and I'm sure a lot of players that cashed in the Colossus, thanks to those payouts structures.
Right, and a lot of people are going to come play the PPC Aruba satellite tonight because they're probably going to want to be in 1B of the Millionaire Maker tomorrow.
That would make sense.
We are clashing a little with that, but late reg is open till 9:30 if
right.
you get busted from the Millionaire Maker.
So coming up the rest of the week, once again, Friday, Millionaire Maker kicks off 16A, as the kids are calling it, and then Saturday, 16B. We also will be starting the 10K 7-card Raz Championship at 4 p.m. on Saturday afternoon.
Ooh.
Sunday, the Turbo No Limit Hold'em $1,000 event. So the Hyper Turbo kids will have to slow down a little bit.
Hyper Turbo?
Yeah, we had a Hyper Turbo.
Oh, I heard about the Hyper Turbo.
Yeah.
You're a Hyper
People
Turbo.
love that tournament. Six-handed Limit Hold'em also kicking off on Sunday.
What makes it hyper? Is it like there's
20-minute
or
20-minute blinds to start.
Oh,
and
okay.
then went from 20 to 30. But
Oh,
yeah.
okay, nice. And what's the stack? Like 1,000?
Yeah. No, it goes 20-minute levels to 10 and then 5.
Yeah, there you
awesome.
go. That would be great. Just run everybody out of the building. Monday, the $1,500 No Limit Hold'em. Yes, I know.
Come on, you broke stride though. That you had 3.
Bye, Sarah.
Thank you.
Damn you guys.
You're doing a radio show right now.
Her husband is built like you, but a lot bigger.
Well,
and there's
a
Jackie
lot of people.
too.
Hey, Jackie.
Hey.
Hello, Jackie.
We're on air actually, but I missed
Who
you.
are the strangers saying hi to me?
Yeah, text me, will you? You still have the same number?
Fax me sometime.
Fax me sometime.
Okay. Are you guys having fun? I hope you're having fun.
Not a bad time. Saying hi to strangers, scaring people. Standard.
He's one of the Brockton boys. That's Chris.
There you go.
Hey.
He's got the face thing going.
Yeah, we like the Brockton folk.
Monday, $1,500 No Limit Hold'em event, and the 10K Omaha High-Low Split 8 or Better Championship kicks off at 4 p.m. on Monday. So it should be pretty cool there. And, of course, next weekend coming up, the Monster Stack returns.
The Monster Stack.
Oh. That was just insane last year, and
Yeah,
hopefully
it
won't be quite as nutsy cuckoo as this.
One
this
of
year.
our top 10 finishers in Player of the Year race last year for the 2014 Season 2 PPC Player of the Year race, Michael Beattie, came in 50th in the Monster Stack last year. Had a really great run in it, and I think
it took home 50K.
Yeah, 50K. Got knocked out on the second to last day, I think.
There you go.
So Mike already has his Aruba package for this year. He's a man that's way ahead of the game.
You bet. So, guys, before we get off the air, I want to give you guys a chance to really explain what's going to be going on over at the Nugget. You know, a little bit about the PPC Poker Tour, how it works, and what everybody can expect if they come over tonight or tomorrow night.
I mean, we started the short version. We centered our tour around Aruba, a couple years ago, and at all of our stops, our 25+ stops, players win PPC Aruba World Championship packages. Our Aruba event on November 1st to 8th features a $1,700 $250,000 guarantee main event. And then we have our event at the Radisson Aruba Resort, where most of our packages include 5 to 7 night hotel stay, the travel, and then it's just a big, as Brian's coined it, it's 11 total tournaments. It's the ultimate pokercation. So, not starting tonight at the Nugget, but our season is about to hit full stride with another 15 events, but we'll be tonight at 5 o'clock and tomorrow at 5 o'clock, $175 buy-in. I'm going to guarantee a $4,000 Aruba pack, which includes that $1,700 main event, another $300 buy-in, $100 buy-in, 5-night stay at the Radisson, and then another $400 in airfare credit. So one of our goals is when we started the tour and we're given these packages, we want to send someone to Aruba with as little money out of pocket as possible, and then when it's all said and done, we'll send about 180 players to our championship, including you, Mr. Oak.
Well, I'm not playing, but
you'll be there.
Exactly. Well, if you come over tonight and you enter, you
that
you can live report from the table. But
we've
also,
got to try that sometime, though.
Oh, absolutely.
Can we do that? You know what? Let's do this on one of the tour stops coming up.
Okay.
Just for fun.
For fun.
Like one of the small prelim events.
All right.
How small?
Let's do a show and live report. Have me in there as long as I can possibly stay in.
Okay.
And try it.
Yeah.
Let's
we have
try
that $20 Step 1 satellite at Tampa.
Yeah, it's perfect.
But we're not live reporting that, though.
That's true. Yeah, we'll figure something out. That sounds good. It's just a fun twist.
What you could do is you could live report from the table.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we're on the same page.
Yeah, definitely. Now the other thing is normally all of our stops throughout the U.S. It's a hybrid system where 80% of the prize pool goes out in the form of cash, 20% goes out in the form of packages to Aruba to the top couple spots, who also share in the cash as well. Tonight and tomorrow night at the Nugget is a pure satellite, where for every $4,000 in the prize pool, there's a package given out. Whatever's left over goes to the next spot out. So that's typical satellite structure. But most of our stops in the U.S. are hybrid events, where most of the money goes out in the form of cash, but then 20% of it goes out in the form of packages to Aruba to those top spots. So something we came up with to meet the best of both worlds.
Yep, should be a great night tonight. Nate.
Yeah, it should be fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there's a lot of action going on over at the Nugget as well. They've been doing a great job.
Yeah, so if you want to get more information about the PPC Poker Tour, just go to ppcpokertour.com, read up and see about all the great tour stops, and come on over tonight and tomorrow because that's much more important than the
our
World
days of
Series
being Florida centric
Poker.
are over. I mean, we've added Ho Chunk. We're doing 2 monster series at Maryland Live, going to Naples, Florida, which I'm sure will be a nice time for all. So we're going back to Fox. We're all over the place now, and look for new. We'll be announcing 2 or 3 more stops in the next couple months as well.
All right, sounds
possibly even additional Caribbean locale next year.
Stay tuned.
Yes.
Next week on the Marco.
Yeah, we'll nail it down.
We'll send Mark everywhere.
All right. So, guys, I think it's going to wrap it up for us here. Of course, we'll be back over here tomorrow again, 2 o'clock, as long as I can get off I-95. You know, that was kind of fun today.
Yeah.
A little excitement.
We appreciate the update, so we could try to avoid the traffic, but we didn't run into it.
Yeah, well, you were coming north to south, so yeah, you were actually past, so you missed.
I don't
that.
know what state we're in. I'm very geographically challenged.
It's all good. This is Nevada. Welcome. Happy to have you here.
Is it Nevada?
No.
Not?
No.
No, I thought it was Nevada.
No.
What?
Oh,
Why did
look
they
it
change
up.
that?
Punch it up. Just do a YouTube search. You'll find out why.
Nevada.
Just
I don't know.
trust me. Trust me on that. I thought it was
Whatever
too.
it is, it's lovely.
That's a beautiful state. All right, that's going to do it for us. So we'll see you back here tomorrow at 2. We'll see you over tonight at the Golden Nugget. We'll be doing live reporting for these gentlemen, and then of course we'll be doing that tomorrow night too.
A couple more. We're gonna, some new players are heading to Aruba. They're gonna be pretty excited.
Yep, should be a great time. Absolutely. So we'll see you tonight. We'll see you back here tomorrow afternoon. Back over there tomorrow night, and all weekend long over here at the Rio. Gentlemen, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having us on.
Thanks for having us as
Thanks for all you do.
Yes.
You're a dazzling live reporter.
Well, thank you.
Really happy to have you on board.
I appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. All right, that'll take care of it. We will see you guys tonight over at the Golden Nugget. Thanks for joining us, and we will catch you next time.
I just sound